Ladakh, the land of barren mountains and the land of high passes, loaded with jaw-dropping landscapes and destination to motorcyclists and mecca of motorcycle adventures. It's dream for many, but only few could fulfill, and luckily I'm one of them who could accomplish this mission. The journey began on 8th August 2018 when we started from Bangalore with dreamy eyes. 4 riders, 3 bikes riding through various states and cities, covering hundreds of kilometers, encountering various climates like rain, heat, traffic, good roads, bad roads. And during course of the journey, we met various motorcycle communities and made lot of new friends. The first 5 days has been tiring, but nonetheless an experience which will never go faded. As it is said, you will always see success after struggle. After all the tough ride in the last 4 days, we finally entered the mountains territory. And that moment, our chins have gone wide and we were delighted and filled with ecstasy as we progressed towards Udhampur Ghats and felt the first breeze of the mountains. And then we believed we are just a couple of kilometers behind our destination. The next morning, we started from Udhampur and headed towards Srinagar. And then we came across first of series of landslides in the next few days of our ride. Big thanks to people like these gentlemen who clears the hurdles and makes our ride easy. Views like these made me feel I am in a different world at that moment. Unfortunately, when we reached Ramban, we got to know about landslide and route being closed for rest of the day. We tried to explore different route and ended up going towards school, which is not a suggested route for motorcyclists. And we came back to Ramban again. But views around Gool was breathtaking and felt like I'm watching some Bollywood movie. Finally, we were allowed to move ahead towards Srinagar around 8:30 in the night. But then again, we were stopped at Jawar Tunnel because the next date was 15th of August. So we slept right in front of the Jawar Tunnel. This is how we have celebrated 15th of August. Haven't done some parades as well because the whole day of 15th we are not allowed to cross the tunnel. Oh yes, finally we are heading towards Srinagar and we were rejuvenated with fresh energy and pumped up. As we moved towards inside Srinagar, we got the glimpses of how beautiful the place is and why we claim it is heaven on earth. We are going deep into the lap of mountains, and for the next 7 days we came across beautiful valleys which are still remain fresh in my mind. As we started climbing towards Zozila Pass, which is our first major challenge and a feat achieved, the greenery on the mountains started disappearing gradually. It was rightly claimed that Zozila would be a stern test because of its height and steep climb. It did live up to the expectations. Zozila is at the elevation of 11,500 feet. By evening we reached Dras and halted there for a night. We all were ecstatic after a beautiful day of ride. Next morning we headed towards Leh. As we progressed, the views were just getting better and better and engaged. But then we were getting into territory where we see only barren and humongous mountains. Believe me, I was getting tears of joy because my dreams were finally coming true. And that too, doing it on my beloved motorcycle is just icing on the cake. Hey, and yes, this is the day we have been waiting for long, and there it comes. It's time to accomplish Kardungla, the highest motorable pass and dream of every biker. Leh is at the height of 11,480 feet and Kardungla is at 17,580. Kardungla is just 35 kilometers away from Leh, which means one has to elevate more than 5,000 feet in just 35 kilometers, which is some big task. And here I am, mission accomplished and feeling proud. Off we go to our next destination, Nubra Valley. Oh man, this region has one of the best landscape in the entire Ladakh. Every frame is so picturesque that you will be compelled to stop and click photos. But then, we were conscious of time, so had to move further. This is the place where you can see double hump camels and Mayank is having some fun. The group was getting along well as we have been together for a few days, sticking to plans and moving in bunch. As we moved towards Pangong Lake, we came across a series of water crossings. And as a group, we ensured we help each other and move ahead. And also this has been my first such experience, and believe me, I was on cloud 9 taking that adventure. This is marmot, the mammal only found in grasslands and mountain passes of Himalayas. This is a large squirrel, mostly visible in the mountainous regions of Ladakh. Oh yes, there you go. The very first glimpse have made me fall in love. Pangong Lake, the world's highest saltwater lake. It's such a captivating beauty, graced by beautiful mountains behind. With the sun rays penetrating the water, it becomes more bluish and glitters. Such a surreal vision for mind and soul. And finally, the ride has reached its last leg. As we headed back to Manali, refueled our bikes in Karoo and carrying extra fuel, because for the next 345 kilometers there won't be any refuel stations. Next refuel station you will find only in Tandi. But the ride from Leh to Jispa has to be rated as the toughest in the entire ride. Until Pang the roads were butter smooth, but the moment we crossed it, we had to encounter treacherous roads full of loose gravel and sand. Well, we were fortunate that it did not rain, else it would have been much more tough for us. By evening we reached Jispa, and next day we reached the famous Rohtang Pass, and man, it was seriously one of the toughest pass. And moment we reached to the top, it was full of fog. By now, it's been 14 plus days of continuous ride. Faced toughest challenges, but in the end, I can say these challenges were tiny in front of our adventure. The spirits were still high, and we have to cover another 700 kilometers to reach Delhi, from where my ride gets to the end. This has been my experience of Ladakh expedition, a journey which will remain in my soul and mind forever. Every day has been challenge and every moment has been memorable. Every place has its beauty and every mountain is a distraction cause you can't take your eyes off to enjoy the beauty. Thanks to all my group members to stick together and complete the ride, and wishing them all the best for the future rides. And in the end, I have just one thing to say. Ladakh is incredible and it's a heaven on earth. And yes, I will come back again for sure.